In a peaceful little town tucked away between hills and valleys, there lived a boy named Ryan. From a young age, everyone could see that Ryan was no ordinary kid. He had a spark in his eyes and a sharpness in his thinking that made even his teachers believe he was destined for something great. He dreamed big, not of fame or fortune, but of becoming a doctor. Not just any doctor, but someone who would truly help people and make his family proud. Ryan's future seemed bright. He was smart, had supportive parents, and knew exactly what he wanted. But there was a problem, one that no one could see from the outside. Ryan was fighting a silent battle inside his own mind. His biggest enemy wasn't outside, it was within. His mind was wild, restless, and constantly distracted. Every time he opened a book to study, something would pull his attention away. One moment it was a notification from his phone, the next moment a random YouTube video. Sometimes it wasn't even technology. It was his own daydreams, thoughts drifting far away from the page in front of him. He would often tell himself, "I've got plenty of time. I'll study later." But somehow later kept slipping further and further away. Days turned into weeks and weeks into months. He knew he had the talent. He believed that intelligence alone would carry him forward. His teachers praised his potential, and his classmates looked up to him. Deep down, Ryan felt confident that things would work out. But then came the school scholarship exam, the one he had quietly pinned his hopes on. Winning that scholarship would not only make his dream of becoming a doctor more achievable, but it would also ease the burden on his parents. On the day the results were announced, Ryan stood nervously near the school notice board. As he scanned the names, his heart sank. His name wasn't there. He had failed. Felt like the world had paused for a moment. His friends, the ones who had studied consistently, celebrated their success. The same teachers who used to smile at him now looked at him with quiet disappointment. And Ryan, he was left standing alone, carrying the heavy weight of regret. That evening, Ryan sat silently on a bench in the park behind his house. He wasn't crying. He wasn't angry. He just sat thinking. He knew the truth. He had not failed because he wasn't smart enough. He had failed because he hadn't been disciplined. He had wasted time, distracted himself, and underestimated the power of consistent effort. In that moment of silence, a powerful realization came over him. Intelligence without discipline is like a car without fuel. It looks powerful, but it won't go anywhere. That night, Ryan made a decision. He was going to change. Not tomorrow, not next week, right now. But he also knew he couldn't do it alone. He needed someone to guide him, not just in studies, but in training his mind. The next day, he went to school early and asked around. Someone told him about Coach Miller, a seasoned physical education teacher known for more than just sports. Coach Miller had a reputation. He didn't just train the body, he trained the mind. He had helped many students develop focus, self-discipline, and mental strength. Ryan approached him. "Coach," he said honestly, "I need help. Every time I try to study, my mind wanders. I can't focus. I want to change, but I don't know where to begin." Coach Miller looked at him thoughtfully, then smiled gently. "Come with me." He led Ryan to the school playground. From the equipment room, he brought out a toy bow and arrow. He set up a small target board on the far end of the field. Handing the bow to Ryan, he said, "If you can hit the center of this board, I'll know how focused you truly are." Ryan took the arrow, aimed, and released. It flew past the board and landed in the grass. Coach asked calmly, "Tell me, what were you looking at when you shot?" Ryan hesitated. "I was looking at the trees, the sky, and the board." Coach nodded. "That's exactly the problem. You looked at everything instead of only the target. That's how your mind works when you try to study. It jumps from one thing to another. Distractions, thoughts, emotions, everything but the goal." He continued, "Ryan, if you want to succeed in life, you must train your mind to focus only on your purpose. Like a skilled archer, you must see nothing but the center of the target." Ryan listened closely. Then he asked, "But coach, how do I start? How do I discipline my mind?" Coach Miller replied, "I'll give you 4 simple rules. Follow them daily. Not just for a week, but for life. 1. Control your thoughts. Every time your mind starts to wander, gently bring it back. Tell yourself, this is my study time. Nothing else matters right now. 2. Make a routine. Decide what time you'll wake up, study, take breaks, and sleep. When your body follows a routine, your brain becomes less chaotic and more focused. 3. Remove distractions. Keep your phone away while studying. Block social media apps. If something doesn't help you reach your goal, keep it out of your way. 4. Practice daily. Don't wait for motivation. Build small habits. Discipline isn't something you feel. It's something you build through repetition. Ryan thanked him deeply and promised himself to follow every word. That night, he created a clear routine. He started waking up early, studying at set times, and keeping his phone in another room. Every time his mind wandered, he whispered to himself, I want to become a doctor. Stay focused. It wasn't easy. The first few days were tough. His old habits pulled him back. But Ryan didn't give up. Slowly, his focus improved. His mind, once restless and scattered, began to quiet down. He could now study for hours without checking his phone. The fog in his mind was clearing, and for the first time, he truly felt in control. A few months later, another major exam approached. Ryan was ready. He gave it everything he had. And when the results came, not only had he passed, he had topped the class. The entire school applauded his turnaround. His teachers praised not just his intelligence, but his effort. His parents beamed with pride. And when he stood on stage to receive a full scholarship, he remembered Coach Miller's words. The mind is like a wild horse. If you don't control it, it will drag you in all directions. But if you train it, it will take you exactly where you want to go. From that day on, Ryan lived by one principle. Train your mind with discipline, and success will follow you.